There are very, very few downsides to living in the mountains, but one of them is the lack of opportunity to share hard projects with others. In my book, I make the point that if all your friends climb 8C, you'll climb 8C too. Of course, there are a few other ingredients to make that work, but on the whole, climbing with the keenest and best climbers is like a gravitational pull to make your climbing get better.
Yes! Woo! Fuck yes! Fuck yes!
Over the past year, I got the chance to share in Robbie Phillips' superb project that would turn out to be a very hard project for both of us. This story started for me when I repeated his new E8 on Dunteltraig and noticing his chop on the obvious direct line right up the head wall above. I abseiled down for a look and unearthed a small crimp under a blob of moss that I thought might be a useful hold. That started us sharing ideas about the project, and Robbie asked if I wanted to try it with him. When someone invites you to try a hard project, yes is the only correct answer. As we started to work on the moves together, it became pretty clear that the route was going to be around 8C on a top rope and very bouldery. The other thing that became obvious quickly was that our climbing styles and attributes are very, very different.
Oh, that felt fucking awesome. I don't know if you're doing this or not. You might be already doing it. But so like the back three go here. Oh no, so the back two go there.
Yeah, and then two on the top.
Go over the top onto that.
Ah, okay. No, I just had 3 in the bottom and 1 in the top.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
That felt like a jug.
Robbie is a lot taller than me and has a very strong body and seemed very at home on the burly lower section. Nice, go on Robbie. Nice. However, on the last few crimpy moves, which are the crux, I felt a lot more comfortable on the smaller crimpy holds.
Nice.
At times, our sequences were so different it almost felt like we were trying 2 different routes, but one thing we were definitely sharing was the sense that this was going to be a real challenge to climb.
I think for some reason, like, I don't know, my eyesight is pretty good normally, but like this foothold.
You can't see the foothold because it's that small.
I love there. I like look for it. I'm like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
I think it's because like there's a little bit of lichen.
Yeah, it's a lot of green lichen on it, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the lichen's like vertical, and it comes down and the foothold pops out like a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
I think I need to try and remember that the foothold's at the bottom of the lichen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's good when you need good eyesight to climb the route, because the footholds are that small.
Perhaps because the crux suited my body shape a little bit more, I managed to link the crux boulder problem a little bit faster than Robbie did. At the time, I was also doing some experiments in my training and diet that were working really, really well, and I felt on very, very good form at that point. Never having really shared a project like this before, I did think a little bit in advance about how I wanted to approach it and began with the kind of end in mind, thinking, how will this pan out? My goal for this project was to try and support Robbie to make the first ascent, and then to try and make the second ascent as fast as I could. But because I was going through a particularly good period of form, I found myself actually ready to lead the route in October of 2020.
That was good.
Solid. Well, that was the attempt that I was really looking for. I definitely feel ready to lead this route now. I'd lead it next session. But like all of us in the last couple of years over the pandemic, we've all had different problems to deal with outside of climbing at different times. And although my climbing was going quite well at that time, Robbie was having to take some time out of training and he wasn't quite ready to do the route. And therefore, when the winter came in December and also the lockdown quickly followed, then that was it for the project for the year. The lockdown in Scotland didn't really finish until after the window of conditions in the spring finished, and so it wasn't until September of this year that we managed to get back on it. Interestingly, our specific fitness for the route seemed to have flipped compared to the previous year. Robbie had been training specifically all summer for the project and was looking in amazing form and very, very strong on the moves. Meanwhile, 2021 had been a very difficult year for me with a lot of time away from training for various reasons, and so I was feeling both weak and very unfit and very unconfident on the route. But nonetheless, I was very eager to rejoin Robbie in his attempts to help to spur me on to regain my fitness and make progress towards the second ascent. Excellent, well solid on that move.
Yeah. Absolutely no excuses now.
Nope.
None.
Robbie has been training really hard for this project and has been trying it for a couple of weeks, and he's looking ready to lead. He just top roped it in one again, so I think he's going to try and lead it imminently, which is absolutely brilliant. I unfortunately haven't been training very hard because I've had a bit of an elbow injury. I was lifting stuff at home, gave myself a cute tennis elbow, so I've not actually been able to train for I suppose nearly a month really. Hopefully Robbie gets it done imminently, which he will, and then I'll get a chance to get on it quite soon as well. The main aspect where this route earns its grade is just through physical difficulty. It's just really tough to actually link. So we're still thinking this is going to be an E10 7A. There's one move that I'm really not doing very well still, which is a release from a toe hook. Robbie does it differently because he's taller, but I find this release from the toe hook, I sort of have a little swing and it really saps my energy. I still never found a good way to do it, so perhaps in a moment I might just try that again, see if I can get a better way. And then I think if I could suss that out, then the whole thing might unravel a bit for me. However, I don't actually think there is a better way. I think I might just have to go for it.
This is the hour, the darkest place.
It was obvious that he was on for a successful lead, both to me and to him. Still, on the big lead day, the route did not go down without a fight. Robbie had two heartbreaking falls from the very last move. I'm not going to show you too much of Robbie's ascent because I think you should watch his film on his channel, which is excellent, and if you click in the top right corner you'll see a link to that.
Oh no! Fucking hell! Fuck! What the fucking hell happened? No! Ah! Yes! Woo! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Oh my god!
Yes, right.
Oh! Woo! Yes!
It's always very inspiring when you see someone make such a hard project not only look possible, but look well within their limits. And watching Robbie's ascent certainly gave me the fire to get going and get on the lead myself. However, there was one major problem in the way, which was my lack of fitness at the time. I couldn't quite regain my ability to link the route on the top rope. But I thought one useful thing to do on that day would be to just get on the lead anyway and take a fall from halfway through the crux. There would be absolutely no need to let go and jump off because I was 100% sure that I would fall off. And I know that Robbie certainly noticed that although I was saying that this was just a casual go up to the crux to jump off, I was doing preparation as if I was going to have a proper attempt. I guess you could say I was going to have a proper attempt at having a proper attempt. It was highly improbable, but I still hoped that my experience would allow me to go into full-on battle mode, and then you never quite know if that will be the time when you actually make it back through that crux again and get to the top.
Yes! Come on, Dave.
Can you believe it?
Bloody hell, Dave, I'd like to see you with a good elbow.
Ah, yes. That felt good. That felt really good. Oh, thanks for the psych, man. I hadn't seen you just destroy it. Oh, can you believe it?
That was awesome.
Excellent. Woo. Experience counts for a lot in climbing. I've fought my way through red points against the odds many times over the years. So fitness or no fitness, I know never to write myself off too easily. Sometimes on the crux of a hard climb, all you really need to think about is don't let go. Yeah. Fantastic. Right, better get going. I've got to take my daughter to mountain biking now.
Classic.